like those who are already working professional, or you are already from like university?
No, sir. Actually, everyone are there from university, like first year, second year, and third
Mm.
year.
Okay. Okay, fine. So I'm expecting everyone is fresher here, right? Hmm. Okay. Okay, fine. So let's start with our seminar. Okay. So let me share my screen first of all. I hope my screen is visible. Just give me a confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So tell me one thing, like how many of you want to be a data scientist here in the attendees? Why you want to be a data scientist? You can write down in the chat. Like, what is the reason you want to enter your career in the AI? AI is the future. Okay. Sundar has written AI is the future. Fine. Any more answer I'm expecting? Because there is a reason actually I'm telling, because I saw many people will start learning AI and after some time they will terminate the learning. Okay. Why? Because there is a big reason. AI can solve okay, impossible problems. Okay, fine. Anyone here actually those want to enter their career in AI because of the good salary and all? Hmm. Tell me on the stage, just tell me. Because its demand is high. Okay. Okay, guys. I think I got some idea. Okay. Salary is also a part. Okay, fine. Salary is also a part. See, guys. Yeah, a high package I can consider. I want to give one suggestion. Okay, to all of you. Uh, like if you don't like AI, okay, don't come in this field forcefully. Otherwise, there you will face lots of difficulties. Okay. So first of all, you need to have the motivation in yourself, like why you should learn AI. Okay. First of all, you should be interested with this field. Otherwise, the journey would be very much difficult. But let's say if you have the interest in this field, if you have the interest to work with the projects and all, then you will be enjoying a lot. Okay. It would be very much easy for you to cope up everything. Yeah. Okay. But if you're expecting the salary is very high, like package is very high, so with that actually you will start, and after some times, okay, you will tell like, no, I can't do it. Okay, then you will terminate the learning. Okay, will be, I mean, will be this good? Hmm. Because see, I get lots of messages from my social media. People will tell like, I want to start with the AI career and all. So from where I should start? Okay, because the path is important. Like which path actually you need to exact follow. Okay, what should be the exact roadmap? So today actually I prepared one of the like roadmap I used to follow whenever I used to learn this AI and all. Okay, so I'll give you some suggestion from my experience so that it will help you in your future. Yeah. Okay, fine. So, yeah, guys, let me give you a brief introduction of me. My name is Boktiar Ahmed Bappy, and I'm currently working as a associate manager and data scientist at iNeuron. Do you know iNeuron, guys? PW Skills iNeuron. I think you have heard of this company. Mm.
Yes, sir. Actually, some of them no, and some of them are not.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, iNeuron is an edtech company. So we provide actually affordable education on data science and all. Okay, you can check it out. And here I also operate one YouTube channel called DS with Bappy. So this is my YouTube channel, guys. So if you want to, let's say, explore about AI and all, so you can come to my channel. So there I usually try to upload AI related videos, let's say machine learning, deep learning, okay? Then NLP, these are the video actually I try to create whenever I get time. So this is going to be one of the best resources for you if you are learning these kinds of data science and AI. All right. Hmm. And if I talk about my experience, so actually I'm a data scientist and lecturer with more than 2 years of working experience in the field of machine learning, deep learning. Even I also work with microcontrollers and robotic system because I'm from electronics background. So previously I used to work with the robotics, then I switched my career to data science. And I have hands-on experience in classification, regression, computer vision, natural language processing, okay, even a little bit of reinforcement learning, okay. And I already solved lots of challenging business problem in my company and all. Yeah. And these are my social media. Let's say if you want to connect me anytime, so you can connect me here. So what should be the today's agenda I'll be talking about? So first of all, we need to understand like who is data scientist exactly and who is AI engineer. Because let's say if you want to be a data scientist or AI engineer, first of all, you need to know about the job role. Okay, you need to know like what they will do in the industry. So I'll be talking about basically who is data scientist and who is AI scientist. Okay, and from where actually they will be working on everything I'll be talking about. Then I will also tell you like what is the life cycle of a data science project. Basically, see, whenever you are entering in a data science field, you need to work with the projects always. Okay, so there is a life cycle of a data science project you will be getting. So I'll be discussing about like what should be the life cycle and what should be your role there. Okay, then I'll be also telling you like work of a data scientist. Okay, like from where and which domain actually you will be working, what should be your responsibility here, everything I'll be talking about. Then at the end, I will also give you some complete roadmap, detailed roadmap actually I used to follow in my learning phase, so that actually it will help you. So here, if you see here, can anybody tell me what is AI exactly? Any idea what is AI? What do you mean by AI? Artificial intelligence. Because there is a confusion I usually see from the people side. They will think like AI is a different field, machine learning is a different field, okay, deep learning is a different field, data science is a different field. Okay, it's not like that. See, AI is a completely area. Okay, inside AI you have machine learning, you have deep learning, okay, you have reinforcement learning, right? Yes, act like human you can talk about. And if you see here, artificial intelligence is nothing but it's a technique which enables machine to mimic the human behavior. Okay, let's say as a human behavior, okay, as a human being, actually what are the tasks actually we usually perform that can be done using artificial intelligence? Yes, that can make machine intelligence, right? And in the field of artificial intelligence, actually you will get some subfield. Okay, we call them as a subfield. So here you have something called machine learning. Machine learning is a subfield of AI technique which use statistical method to enables machine to improve with the experience. Okay, so what is statistical method? Actually, it kinds of, you can say, how many of you are familiar with statistics, guys? Here, statistics. I think you already learned in your college days this thing. This topic was there in your mathematics, I think. Statistics. So probability based, right? Conditional based. These are the thing actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So machine learning will work with these are the technique actually. So that's why we call them statistical method to enable machine to improve with experience. Got it. And there is another subfield inside artificial intelligence called deep learning. Okay, so what is deep learning? Deep learning is a subfield of machine learning which can make the computation of the multi-layer neural network. Okay, so what is multi-layer neural network? So let's say as a human being, in our brain actually we have lots of neurons. I think you are already aware about. Okay, we have lots of neurons connected together. So let's say if I'm touching my hand, so instantly I'm getting the signal in my brain. Okay, so that's how actually we can also build neural network with the help of this deep learning. Okay, so here we build artificial neural network, and with that neural network actually we try to solve a very complex task. So those tasks actually you can't solve with machine learning. That kinds of task you can solve with deep learning from the statement. Okay, so that's why deep learning is more powerful than your machine learning. Okay, and I will also tell you the path, like which field you should learn first. Okay, how you need to enter in this field, everything I'll be talking about. right? And the person actually will be working with, these are the field, actually we call it as a data scientist. I hope now you are familiar with what is data scientist. Yes or no? Just write in the chat. Okay, great. So if you're planning for like data scientist role, so just try to consider, you need to learn, these are the thing actually. Okay, machine learning, deep learning, these are the thing you need to know. All right, now let's go towards second slide. Now let me talk about like work of a data scientist. Okay, like let's say in a company how they will be working with, because let's say I'm from an industry. Okay, I know like how company works actually, how people will be working in the industry. So let's say there is a data science project actually you will be getting, okay, as a data scientist. So the first thing actually they will be doing something called requirement gathering. Okay, so what is the requirement gathering, guys? Any idea? Any knowledge on it? Like what is requirement gathering? What do you mean by requirement gathering? Let's say in your university you are planning for a project. So for this actually you need some of the requirements, right? So here in this case, what is our requirement? So what is data science, guys? What do you mean by data science? You will be working the data, right? So here you need data, right? So these kinds of data, and which model you will be using, okay, how you'll be preparing the data, all the discussion, all the requirements actually you'll be gathering here. Okay, and for this actually the two person will be helping you. We call them as a domain expertise or product owner, and there is another person called business analyst. Okay, so these two person will help you to do the requirement gathering, because they will know better than me like what is the data they have in their industry. Okay, because they are the internal member. Okay, they already know about like the data and all they have in their industry. Okay, they will give me some insight, then I will take that requirement. Okay, then I will think about like what I need to perform here, right? So then it will come to me as a data scientist, or let's say if you're working as a data analyst, it will come to you. Then we will be making some discussion, okay, with the domain expertise. Let's say why you have the data, you have the data in your database, you have the data in the third party APIs, or let's say you have the data in your big data pipeline. Yes, you need to collect some data as per your requirement here. Okay, so the task actually you'll be solving, based on that you need to collect the data. Okay, so that is why requirement gathering happens here, that is why discussion happens here. Okay, it's not only that you got one task and you will be downloading the data from the internet, from the Kaggle, okay, and then you will be working. It never happens actually in the industry, because industry has their own data, okay, their own internal data. But whenever we are learning, okay, whenever we are learning data science, at that time we'll be using Kaggle dataset, open source data set, because we want to learn like how to process the data, how to analyze the data. Okay, with that actually we'll be learning everything. But whenever you are working on industry will have the data. Okay, they will have the data in the database. It might be present inside the APIs, third party APIs. It might be there inside the big data pipelines. Okay, anywhere it can present, from there actually you need to fetch the data. Is it clear, guys? Yes or no? Give me a confirmation. Okay, so from there actually your life cycle will start. Okay, now let me tell you what is life cycle exactly. Okay, so here if you see life cycle of a data science project, let's say you did a discussion with your project owner, and let's say your this one like here I think I already told you, business analyst or your domain expertise. Okay, you did the discussion and all, and you got the data and all. Okay, but you got the problem statement and you are ready for the project actually. So now you need to follow one life cycle here. Okay, so what should be the life cycle? So the first thing, we usually perform something called feature engineering. Okay, so what is feature engineering here? We first of all do something called EDA, that means exploratory data analysis. Let's say you have one data, you got one data. Now to understand the data, this exploratory data analysis is very much important things. By applying this exploratory data analysis, applying this statistical analysis, you'll be getting to know like what is your data is saying exactly. Okay, what kinds of insight you can gain from the data, everything you can know using this EDA part. Okay, so you will be learning this EDA part whenever you will be learning machine learning, okay, deep learning, you will be understanding this thing better. But as of now, let's consider this is a technique actually we usually perform in our data to gain the insight. Okay, then we'll be handling some missing values. Let's say if I'm taking one Excel file, okay, Excel data file, there might be possibility there should be some missing values, right, guys? There should be some possibility. Let's say some columns should be empty completely. Am I right, guys? Yes or no? Yes. So these kinds of missing value you also need to handle, because if you're not handling this missing value, then there would be again a problem with your analysis. So there are some technique we usually follow to handle the missing value now. Okay. So you will be learning this thing whenever you will be learning machine learning. Got it? Then you also need to handle category outliers. Okay. What is outliers? So there would be some data, actually it is completely different from your distribution. Those kinds of data also you need to handle. Okay. Then also you need to handle something called categorical data. Okay. What is category? Let's say if I write my name here, Bappy. Okay. Bappy is a category. Bappy is an English text. But if I give this English text to my machine learning model, to this equation, mathematical equation, will it understand, guys? Tell me. So what equation takes usually? Whenever you do math, actually, what is the input you give? Numbers. Yeah. So let's say I have some text data. So how I can convert this text data to a number? Okay, we call it as categorical encoding. So we have lots of encoding technique we need to perform to convert our textual data to our numerical representation. Okay. Then we have normalization and standardization. So basically, we also perform something called normalization to our data set. Let's say some of the value would be very big, some of the value would be very small. So to maintain the distribution, actually, we perform this normalization technique in our data. Okay. So these are the very important topic you will be performing inside the feature engineering. Okay. This is the first part of a life cycle called feature engineering. Always try to remember. Okay. Then the second part will come something called feature selection. Okay. What is feature selection? So here you have some of the method, like say correlation, forward elimination, backward elimination, then univariate selection, random forest importance, then feature election with the decision trees. Okay. So basically what I will do, let's say whenever I'm considering one CSV file. Okay. Whenever let's say, let me open my Epic pen. Just a minute. So whenever I'm considering, let's say one tabular data. So let's say this is one table I have. Okay. This is my column. This is my rows. Fine. Let's say you have some like column here. Let's say you have area of a house. Okay, area of a house. Then number of room you have. Then let's say number of kitchen you have. Based on that, actually, you are fixing the price of this house. Okay, let's say price is, this is the price. This is the price of a house. Let's say area you have, let's say 20 point something. Number of room, let's say you have 3 or let's say 5. And let's say number of kitchen you have, let's say 2. And price of the house is, let's say 20 crore. Okay. So this is the price. So now here you have lots of record. Okay. Based on that, actually, you will be performing your analysis. Now, can anybody tell me what are the columns actually will be very responsible to impact on our price, guys? Anyone here? Let's say if you are buying one house. Okay. So which things actually you will be looking into? Area, number of room, number of kitchen. Which column actually you will be considering more? Let's say I will add another column here. Another column. In this column, let's say I will add color of a house. Okay, color of the house. Now tell me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this five column, what are the columns actually you'll be considering to buy one house? Tell me, guys, quickly. If you are buying one house, then what you will consider? Area, number of rooms. Okay. I can also consider number of kitchens. But is it really required the color of the house? Tell me, guys. Is it really required? No. So in this case, if you see, this is kinds of extra column is coming. Okay, extra column is coming. So I can't give this column in my model. Okay, let's say this is one machine learning model. I won't be giving this one because I already know if I give this 3 column or 4 column, I can easily predict my house. Okay, then what is the use of this color column? Okay, so that is why in the feature selection section, we try to do this kinds of feature selection, like what kinds of feature actually we need for our analysis. Clear, guys? Yes or no? What is feature engineering, or let's say feature selection? Okay, great. Okay, then the final thing actually you'll be doing something called your model creation and hyperparameter tuning. Okay, let's say you have prepared your data is ready. Now what you need to perform? You need to perform your model training task. Okay, then let's say you have trained your model, but you see, whenever you are working with the machine learning or deep learning, those model will have some of the parameter. Okay, so those parameter we need to like you can say tune means, let's say you will have some parameter, let's say alpha value, then you have, let's say, gamma value. So you will have different value. Now which value actually you need to select for the best accuracy, those things you can perform using hyperparameter tuning. Okay, there is a concept called hyperparameter tuning. You'll be applying this grid search CV, then randomized CV, keras tuner. Okay, with that actually you can do hyperparameter tuning to get the best accuracy from your model. Okay, then once your model is ready, you can create a Docker file, okay, to build the entire source code as a Docker image. What is Docker? This is kinds of MLOps, you can say, topic. Let's say whenever you are working on the production, let's say this is the task you have done, you have built your model. Now what you need to do, you need to deploy your model. Okay, to deploy your model, you should know some like MLOps tool, like how we can efficiently deploy your project to the production. Because in the production you will have the charge, right? You need to pay for it. Let's say if you're using AWS cloud, Azure cloud, Heroku cloud, you need to pay the money there. Now let's say if your deployment is not very efficient, then cost will be increasing there, right? And if it is increasing, so what will happen? You will ending up with higher cost at the end of the month, right? So to overcome this problem, actually we try to create this MLOps pipeline to do a better production of our model. Okay, so we use Docker file. Okay, we will be using ML4. We can use Bento ML. So these are the actually MLOps tool you can learn after learning your data science part. Okay, so this is the pipeline. After that, you will be, let's say, hosting your model to this cloud. Okay, then you will be monitoring your model, like how your model is performing in the production. So what is the monitoring? Let's say, I think you all use Google keyboard, guys, or Google keyboard, or let's say Redmi keyboard in your smartphone. Yes or no, guys? Any keyboard you are using, right? So what happens actually? So whenever you type something, it will give you some suggestion, right? Let's say you are writing cricket, so it will give you some suggestion with that. Have you seen this feature? Okay, so what happens actually? So those companies actually tracking, monitoring, okay, their model performance. If it is not giving correct suggestion, so what they will do? They will again improve their model, retraining. They will do the retraining operation. Then again they will give you the correct suggestion. Okay, how they will be getting to know like whether their model is performing or not? Sometimes they will ask for the rating. I think, guys, have you seen? Sometimes they will be asking the ratings, like how much you are enjoying this app and all. So you'll be providing some ratings, right? If this ratings is very poor, so what will happen? They will retain the model. They will get to know this model is not performing well. Okay, but if rating is very high, so what will happen? This model is performing well. Okay, at a time they won't be retaining the model. That's how actually they can monitor. You need to monitorize to the production itself. Like your user is able to use your app on, unless and until, what will happen then, right? Okay, now here I think you already got to know. So then what is the work of a data scientist? Data scientists are the big data wranglers, gathering and analyzes the large set of unstructured and structured data. They analyze, process, and model the data, and then interpret the results to create actionable plans for the companies and other organizations. Okay, I think you got the idea from here only, what you will do in the industry. Fine. Now, guys, let me know, is it clear the work of a data scientist? Like, let's say if you want to be a data scientist, so what are the things you need to know? Yes or no? Okay, fine. Now, guys, let's start with our roadmap. Okay, like how we can become a data scientist. What are the things actually we should know? Okay, so this is like very, frequent asked question. Usually, I get from my social media and all, and you will have this question in your like mind also if you are starting with the data science and all. What are things you should learn? Which programming language you should learn? Okay, so let's discuss each and everything. So to become a data scientist, you first of all know the programming language. Okay, then you should know some mathematics. Then you should know some statistics, concept, database concept, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, and cloud platform. Okay, now let's discuss one by one. So now let's come into the programming section. Okay, so there are two kinds of programming you will find inside data science called Python and R. Okay, are you familiar with this R programming language? Anyone here? Have you heard of this R programming? Yes or no? I think you already know about Python, but have you seen this R programming language anywhere? No. Okay, I think some of you have already seen this R programming language, but some of you haven't seen. Okay, it's completely fine. See, R is another programming language you can use inside your data science work. Okay, but who will be using R programming language? Because see, R programming language doesn't have that much of open source library. Yes. So let's say if you want to be a data analyst, okay, if you want to be a data analyst or let's say business analyst, at that time you can start with this R programming language, because R programming language is very good with the statistical analysis. Okay. But if I'm talking about Python, Python is so powerful. It has all the open source library integration. Let's say nowadays we are using TensorFlow, PyTorch, Hugging Face, our generative AI. What are the things we have? LangChain, everything it is in built using Python and all. Okay. They are not using R programming language. If you want to only do the data analysis part with the statistical method, at that time you can start with R. But if you want to be a complete data scientist, okay, you also want to uh, learn the advanced application of a data science project, okay, you can start with Python programming language. Okay, but if you now ask me which programming language you should start with, okay, that should be my suggestion. Always start with Python if you are a beginner. Okay, because Python is easy to understand, even it is very easy to use because it has already open source support on it. So you won't be facing any issue here. That is the thing here. Apart from that, there are many programming languages, that's a C, C++, Java. You can also use them, but again, there won't be any library support on it. Okay, so it's always better practice to start with Python programming language instead of R programming language. But after that, you can also learn about R, like, because see, if you know one programming language, learning second programming language would be very much easy for you. Concept would be same, only syntax would be different. Personally, let's say I know 2 to 3 programming languages. Okay, I know C programming, I know C++. Okay, I already worked with Python. Okay, I at the very first I learned about C programming language. Then I started with C++. Okay, then I learned Python, because learning the programming language, it's very easy if you know one programming language. Fine. And why I learned C programming language? Because I already told you previously I used to work with the robotics. Okay, and to program a robot, actually you need a C programming language there, because C is a machine level language. That is why. Anyone heard of Arduino, guys? Arduino programming. If you're from electronics background, then I think you have heard of, or computer science. Arduino is a microcontroller. I can show you right now. I have one. Is it visible, guys? Can you see this Arduino? Let me see my camera. This Arduino is visible, guys? Yes or no? Okay, see, this
Yes,
is
sir,
one
it's visible.
microcontroller. Okay, this is one microcomputers. Actually, you can program using C programming language. Okay, any kinds of instruction you can put, it will work with respect to that only. Okay, so yes, if you want to learn about robotics and all, you can learn these are the microcontrollers as well. Even you can also integrate your data science, okay, data science knowledge with this one, because at the end you need to deploy your project. Fine. Yeah. Now, guys, why we should learn Python? Okay, why we should learn Python? Because as I already told you, because it has open source packages. Okay, what is open source packages and libraries? Let's say we have scikit-learn. Let's say if you're working with the field of machine learning, so whatever task you will be performing with the machine learning, you will be using this library, this package called scikit-learn. Okay, scikit-learn has already all the implementation of your machine learning task, all the algorithm it has integrated with that. Okay, then you have NumPy. To play with the data, you need to use NumPy and pandas. Then you have matplotlib. Okay, then if you're working with the deep learning, at that time you need TensorFlow, PyTorch, Hugging Face. So these are the libraries already open source with the Python. Okay, and it is like very easy to use. That's why you should always start with the Python programming language. Fine. Yeah. So if you're starting with data science career, at the very first, just try to start with the Python programming language, and you should know the Python in very advanced, because at the end you need to build one product. If you're very poor with coding, so what will happen? You won't be able to implement the project. That should be the major issue there. Okay, but if you know programming, okay, if you know programming, if you can code everything, learning data science would be very much easy for you, because conceptual understanding we can do it very easily. Let's say if I'm teaching one algorithm, okay, you will be getting very easily. But if I tell you implement the algorithm, if I give you one data set, just do it, it will be very much difficult for you that time. Okay, so that is why, first of all, try to good with this programming language. Okay, try to solve different problem statement. You have nowadays lots of website. Let's say you have hacker rank, you have lead code, you can solve there lots of problem. Okay, that's how you can uh, be a good programmer always. Now, after learning programming language, okay, what you need to start with? You need to start with the databases. Okay, so there are two kinds of database you will find called SQL based database, and one is no SQL based database. Okay, if I talk about SQL based database, you can start with MySQL. Okay, so MySQL is a database, it's a SQL based dataset. Then there is another database, we call it NoSQL database called MongoDB. So at least you should know these two database, start with your data science journey, because at the end, whenever you are working with the machine learning or deep learning task, you need to pull the dataset from the database only. Okay, you should familiar with the database concept, like how to insert the data inside the database, how to pull them, okay, how to indexing through the data, okay, everything you need to know about the database here. So these two databases is like very famous, MySQL and MongoDB. You can start with that only, and it's like very easy to learn. Then third things, you need to start with something called statistics. Okay, I already told you, you already familiar with the statistical concept. So there are two kinds of statistics you will get, called descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Okay, so statistics has two parts. One is basic statistics and another is advanced statistics. Okay, now I have noted down some of the topic. So if you learn these are the topic only, it should be sufficient, because if you see the statistics subject, it's like very huge. Okay, it's very huge. So you don't need to learn all the concept there. So whatever concept you need to know for the data science task only, you will be learning these are the things. Let's say I have noted down these are the things. You need to learn something called probability, introduction to the basic term of the probability, variables, random variables, population sample, then mean, median, mode. Okay, then population distribution, sample distribution, range, variant, standard deviation, Gaussian normal distribution. So these are the very famous topic inside data science you should learn always. Okay, then if I'm talking about advanced statistics, you have QQ plot, you have Chebyshev's inequality theorem. Okay, then you have discrete and continuous distribution, then log normal distribution, power law distribution, box cost transformation. Okay, so these are the actually advanced statistics you should know. Okay, to do your exploratory data analysis, I already told you in the feature engineering task. All right, yeah. So if you search, these are the topic in YouTube or internet, you will get the video, and there are very good video you'll get. Okay, you don't need to even buy any kinds of book for it. Now you have, you can take a screenshot of it. These are the topic you have, just search for it, like what is variable in statistics, what is random variables, what is population sample, what is mean, median, mode. You will get good tutorials there. Okay, you don't need to even buy anything. Yeah. Then let's come into the mathematics. Okay, what are the mathematics you should know? Now some person I have already seen, they will be afraid of with the mathematical concept in data science. But see guys, you don't need to afraid of, because there actually you need very basics mathematics. The mathematics you have already learned in your college days. Okay, I think you have learned linear algebra, guys. Let me know, yes or no. Linear algebra, have you done in your college days?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, calculus, have you done? Let's say differential calculus, have you done? Yes, yeah. Then statistics, some statistical concept I think you have already done. Okay, if you check your mathematics book, okay, in your 10 standard or 11 standard, you will get these are the mathematics. Okay, very basics mathematics you need to know. Okay, so if you know these mathematics, then understanding machine learning, deep learning algorithm would be just a piece of cake. Okay, yeah. Then after learning mathematics, then we'll start with the machine learning. Okay, inside machine learning, you have two kinds of machine learning. One is supervised learning, another is unsupervised learning. If I'm talking about supervised learning, there you need to learn these are the algorithm. Okay, you have linear regression, you have logistic regression, you have decision tree, you have support vector machine. We also call it SVM. We have naive bias, k nearest neighbor, then random forest, gradient boosting. Okay, XGBoost, light boost, cat boost. So these are the algorithm you have inside supervised machine learning. Okay, and what is supervised machine learning? I will suggest try to explore from your side. Try to start with the machine learning. They'll be able to understand what is supervised machine learning here. Okay. So once you have learned the supervised machine learning, then we'll be start with the another machine learning concept called unsupervised machine learning. Okay. Inside that you have some algorithm. Let's say k-means clustering, DB scan, principal component analysis. That means PCA, and hierarchical clustering. So these are the 4 algorithms you need to learn inside the unsupervised machine learning. Okay. So once you are very good with the machine learning, you feel like, okay, you can't solve any kinds of problem right now, then you need to switch with the deep learning. Okay. Now let's start with our deep learning concept. See guys, this is the deep learning field. And here you will be using, these are the libraries actually, PyTorch, Keras, TensorFlow, and Hugging Face. So in deep learning, first of all, you need to learn something called artificial neural network. Okay. What is artificial neural network? How we can build a neural network as artificially, how we can mimic our human brain. Everything you will be learning here. Okay. So once you are very good with the artificial neural network, how it is learning, how it is upgrading the weights and all, then we will start with something called convolutional neural network, which is nothing but CNN. Okay. And inside that, your computer vision comes into picture. Okay. I think you have seen in the LinkedIn profile, people will be implementing lots of computer vision project. Let's say if I show my hand, it will detect my hand, it will detect my face. Have you seen these kinds of application, guys, before in the LinkedIn? Face detection, human detection, hand detection, car detection. Have you seen? Yes or no? Yes. So these are the application you can perform here inside convolutional neural network. So you have transfer learning there. You have lots of algorithm. There's a VG16, AlexNet. So these are the algorithm you'll be using. Okay. Then you have object detection task. I already told you, it will detect the hand, detect the face, detect the cards. Okay. So it will comes inside this field called object detection. Then you have something called object segmentation. Okay. So what is the task of object segmentation? Now I think if you see, I'm using NVIDIA broadcast camera. Now if you see, my background is completely black, right? I can also remove my background. Okay. In the Google Meet also, you have this kinds of functionality. So basically it is segmenting out that background and it is removing the background from the user. Okay. So these are the application you can do inside this image segmentation. Got it? Then you need to learn the deployment process also, like how we can deploy. These are the computer vision project here. Okay. Then once you have done with the convolutional neural network, then you need to start with the recurrent neural network, which is called RNN. Okay. So what is recurrent neural network? This is your this thing will comes under your NLP task. Okay. I think you have seen like Google Translator, then text to voice speech, then you have seen Chat GPT, guys, right? So these are the application we try to build inside the RNN. That means recurrent neural network. So here you have some of the algorithm, LSTM, GRU, bidirectional LSTM. Okay. Then you have some task called word embedding, word to wake. Okay. Then encoder decoder model, attention model. Okay. Then you have transformer, BART. Based on these are the architecture nowadays, your LLM model comes. Okay. I think you have heard of GPT-4, guys. GPT 3.4. Then Google BART. Have you heard of, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
GPT-3, Google BART. Have you heard of? So Chat GPT, which model it is using, guys? Can anybody tell me here? Chat GPT, which model it is using? LLM model. Just write down, guys, in the chat. Have you used like Chat GPT, guys? Anyone here? Okay, GPT-4 AI bot. Okay. No, I'm talking about model. Yeah, you are right. GPT-4 it is using. Even it has GPT-3 as well. GPT-4 is the recent updated version of the model, right? So these are the LLM model. And how this LLM model is working, you need to know these are the concept to understand. Because based on this theory only, these are the model has been created. This is the main architecture. Encoder, decoder, transformer. Okay, these are the main architecture behind this LLM model. Yes? Yeah. So you need to learn the very basics first of all, then you will start with the advanced topic. Okay. Now someone will ask me like how to start with the LLM. Okay. Let's say if you don't know these are the basics, then how you will understand the LLM concept? That is why there is always sequence you need to follow. Okay. So first of all, start with very basics, try to learn encoder, decoder, transformer, BART, then try to start with LLM model. GPT, you have BART. These are the model you'll be able to understand how it is basically understanding our entire conversation. Okay, whatever conversation we are putting in the Chat GPT, because if you see Chat GPT is more powerful nowadays, right? Yeah. Okay. Then once you have finished the deep learning, then you should learn some framework. Okay, you should learn some framework. It will help you. If you're not learning, it's completely fine, but learning this framework will help you. Okay. whenever you will be implementing any kind of project. Okay, what are the framework you need to learn? NumPy pandas you will be already learning. I have already talked about. You will be learning Flask Django. Okay, uh, have you familiar with guys Flask Django in Python? Anyone here? Why you use Flask and Django? Anybody heard of? Anyone interested with web development here? Yes. So if you want to do web development inside Python, okay, you have this framework, Flask Django, right? So using Flask Django, you can do web development. So these are the things we should know to build one app, to build one application, because at the end, whenever you are creating AI product, you need to convert it to a user app so that user can use this one, right? So that is why if you know these kinds of full stack development also, it will help you. Okay, you will have good salary then, right? So also knowing these are the framework will help you. If you don't know, it's completely fine. There would be another team for it. But if you know it, then you are a complete like full stack data scientist then, right? Yeah. Then you have Dask, SciPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn, then NVIDIA CUDA. Okay, why NVIDIA CUDA is required? I think you have heard of GPU, guys. Yeah, React.js you can talk about in JavaScript. So in Python, we'll use Flask and Django. Okay, it's a framework. Yeah. Now, I think you already know GPU, guys. Graphical processing unit in your computer. Let's say those who plays games, actually, they need GPU, right? So in AI also, in data science also, let's say whenever you will be training your model with a huge amount of data, you need this GPU, NVIDIA GPU. And how to set up this GPU, what are the toolkit you need, everything you need to learn here, because you need to set up your own system there. So these are the tools you should know there. Then you will be learning Keras, TensorFlow, Caffe, PyTorch, okay? So Caffe, we don't use it nowadays. We'll be using Keras, TensorFlow, and PyTorch. Yeah, backend also, but with that you can also integrate HTML, CSS, okay? Yeah. All right. Now let's go to the seventh part. What you need to learn? You need to learn for the cloud platforms. Okay, I think you heard of this cloud, guys. AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud. Okay, so these are the actually cloud platform we have. So we also need to learn the cloud platform, because whenever we'll be training our model, during hosting, these are the model. Okay, we need to know these are the cloud, because companies are using these are the cloud frequently. All right. If you learn just one cloud, learning another cloud would be very much easy, because architecture is almost same, but some of the functionality would be different only. That's it. Then some important activities you need to perform. You need to apply for the internship. Let's say you have learned all the thing. Now you can't implement any kinds of project. Okay. You are familiar with data science concept. Now just try to apply for the internship as much as you can. Let's say if you get 1 to 2 internships, so what will happen? You will have the skill, you will have the experience, okay, in your resume. So this is for the fresher. So those who are, let's say, college pass out and all. So this internship will help you a lot there, right? Let's say when I applied for the jobs, actually, I did the internship. Okay, that internship helped me actually. There, actually, I implemented some of the project. So those experience will be also considered here. So always try to apply for the internship. It's very much important. Then implement projects, guys. Implement end-to-end project always. Okay, it's not like that you will be learning the concept and close your laptop. It's not like that. After learning data science, you need to work with the different projects. Okay, and if you see, I already started some of the playlist in my YouTube channel about end-to-end data science project. You can also refer, these are the playlist. Okay, I have already implemented lots of end-to-end project here, like how end-to-end project look like. Okay, how industry will create, these are the end-to-end project. What is the modular coding? Okay, what is the industry standard code? Everything I have discussed in my YouTube channel. Okay, you can go ahead and check. Then you need to maintain your online profile always. Let's say you have LinkedIn profile, you have GitHub profile. Let me show you my GitHub. So if you go to my GitHub, see, this is my GitHub profile, and it is like very organized. Can you see, guys? Okay, I have this many of repositories. Okay, this many of views. This is my activities in my GitHub. Everything I have arranged such a way so that, let's say, Someone is visiting my profile, they will get impressed by my profile. They can see my work, like what are the works I have done so far. Okay, it's very much important to maintain your online profile. Okay, otherwise, let's say if you are very good at any skill, you won't be getting good opportunity. But if you have this kinds of good profile, you will get lots of opportunity, guys. Just trust me. Okay, so always maintain your profile. It's not only LinkedIn profile. It not only like a GitHub profile. Okay, what are the profile you have? Just try to maintain. Then the last thing I usually do is really I share my work with my social media. Let's say I use LinkedIn. So whatever works actually I usually do, let's say if I create any kinds of videos and all, okay, I think you have seen, I will share this thing in my LinkedIn profile so that other people can also see my work, because in the LinkedIn it's a worldwide network, right? So you can gain the network from here only. You can make the followers. Okay, so this is very much important apart from your data science skill. Yeah. And at the last, very last, guys, which is very important, your dedication. Okay, let's say if you don't have any dedication, only watching the lecture, not doing anything, not practicing anything from your side, then it should be very much difficult. Okay, you should have the dedication on. Okay, always you should have the motivation, you should have the inspiration why you want to be a data scientist here. Okay, because there are many competition in the market, why people will be selecting you there. That is why you need to be a different from them, right? So that is why your dedication is required here. First of all, before starting with a data science, try to get motivated with that, try to get inspired with that, and try to start with the learning. Yeah. So guys, so far I think everything is clear. Now can we take some question?
So guys, if anybody having doubts, so you can unmute your mic and you can ask, sir, so that your doubts will be get clarified.
Yeah, we can just unmute yourself and ask any kinds of question. No doubts. Yeah, hello. I think someone is trying to speak. Yeah. A reference and channel, I will give you some of the reference actually I used to follow during my learning. Okay, I will give you at the end. If you have some query, you can ask me. Otherwise, I think, yeah.
Sir, hi sir. A small doubt. Many of them are asking me, and
Mhm.
many of them are also fearing about this. So my question is, so will AI get our will AI let our jobs to be reduced? So is there any chance like that in the future?
I mean, you are talking, there would be a very less job in AI.
Yes, yes, yes.
No,
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 sir. No,
see,
no, no, no,
then,
not like that, sir. So because of AI, many of the works are many of the work are doing being automated. So
acha, acha, you are
based
talking
on
about
yes,
automation. See, now let me
yes,
tell you.
yes, yes,
Let's say you are working in a support team. Okay, let's say you are working in a support team. Let's say you are working in a Flipkart support team. So what is the use of support team? People will be asking some question. You need to give the answer. You need to do some chatting, right? But that chatting we can automate with what? Nowadays we have chat GPT kinds of API, right? So chat GPT
yes,
can
sir.
give almost all the answer. Okay, with the help of chat GPT API, we can implement any kinds of chatbot nowadays. Now tell me, who will be losing the job? Those who learned the, those who already know the AI, or those who doesn't know the AI? What it
Those who doesn't know the AI. Yes,
right? So that is why those who doesn't know, those who actually like doing very like poor kinds of job, okay, they are not familiar with these kinds of, let's say, technology and all, they will be losing their job. But as a data scientist, as a AI learner, okay, we'll have secure our job because we know these are the things. Without like us, actually, how they will be improving their product, right? So that is why always human being is important right there. Got it?
yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah.
I think so. Many of them uh, have have clarified they don't. I think
Huh.
yes.
So you don't need to always afraid of, because see, first of all, just good with the skill set. If you know these are the thing, if you are a good developer, then why people will be like taking your job? Okay, because you know the like how you know like how to build a product, you know complete end-to-end implementation. Okay, so you will be doing these are the contribution to these are the powerful application as well. Okay, without you actually how it will like they will do. That's why it's really important. First of all, try to good with the any kinds of skill, then you can make security of your job anytime. Yeah.
Yes.
Any more question? So can you share your experience in your company about your role and all? Yes, I already shared about my experience. Actually, uh, I'm working as a associate manager and data scientist at iNeuron. Okay, so there my responsibility is like I build product. Okay, I work in the R&D field. I build let's say projects and all. Even I do mentorship also. I teach people about data science and all. Okay, so this is my responsibility there. And what are the works I have done? If you want to see that, you can visit my LinkedIn. Okay, there actually you'll able to see what are the work I have done so far. Yeah. Now those who are working, asking for like resources you need. So what you can do, you can follow either my channel, because I haven't started with the machine learning in my channel. So better if you can start with Krish Naik sir channel. I think you already know Krish Naik sir. Okay. So he has some good playlist on machine learning, deep learning, everything. Okay, everything completely playlist he has. You can start with his channel actually. Because whenever I was a learner, I also used to refer Krish Naik sir channel to learn the machine learning and deep learning concept. Okay, this is very good channel you can start with. Okay, yes. Then there is a book actually you can follow called Hands-on Machine Learning with Scikit-learn and TensorFlow. Okay, this is one other great book you can buy. This should be the best investment, guys. See, this is the book. So even I have this book, okay, on my table. So I always refer this book. So it will cover the hands-on machine learning part, even deep learning part. Okay, everything. So with these videos, actually, research our video, you can also refer. These are the books actually. Yeah. And let's say if you're planning for any kinds of paid courses, so you can check out iNeuron courses. Okay, they have full stack batches and all. You can also enroll for there. Okay, it's up to you. But I will suggest just start with the free resources at the very first. Okay. Yeah. Then try to enroll for any good courses. Yeah. So yes, guys, I think this is all from my side. So if you have any kinds of question, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can conclude the session, I think.
Sir, I think so. Nobody's having any doubts, so we can conclude the session.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
And guys, if you face any issue, if you need guidance, so you can connect me, okay, anytime in my LinkedIn, okay, and you can ask your doubt. No issue with that, okay. So yes, guys, this is all from my side. Thanks for joining the session, and try to explore from your side as much as you can. Try to get started with the career with the AI, because AI is very interesting, and if you can learn everything, if you can do these are the thing, okay, I think you will have your bright future there. Okay, so wish you all the best, guys. So thank you so much. LinkedIn profile, yes, I can share my LinkedIn profile. So this is my LinkedIn profile, guys, and this is my YouTube channel. Mm, this is my YouTube channel. Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir, and also thank you all for your patience. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Okay, bye, everyone.
Yes.